All right, what's going on, good people? We are back here with, I guess we can call this episode 2 or session 2. I don't know. But yeah, still on this journey, this mental health journey, this trying to figure out life journey, just with counseling and therapy, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're here today. Today is May 1st in the great state of South Carolina. And today in my session, we talked about relationships. Well, I didn't get a chance to sit down and think about it myself like I said I wanted to in the last video. So, kind of think about, what it is that I want, what I'm looking for in relationships. This is just all kind of relationships, not just, romantic kind, but today was the focus on the romantic kind of relationships. And we just jumped right into it today. The first thing we wrote we did like a little T chart, wants on one side, needs on one side. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of share what I feel like it is that I want and what I feel like I need in a relationship. And I guess as I'm explaining why I need the things that I need or want the things that I want, you kind of be thinking about some of the things that you want and kind of leave them, leave a comment in the section where you guys think is important to have a good, healthy relationship, one that's gonna last, one that's gonna thrive, or one that's gonna do whatever it is that you're trying to get out of in relationships. So my list, first I got my wants. I want somebody's, like, you gotta have an inspiring presence. Like you gotta, for me, like something about you has to inspire me, or I want someone that's gonna inspire me to want me to do better. Like inspire me to do better. Like you don't have to say anything, you don't have to do anything. You can say and do stuff, but something about you inspires me to just want to be a better man, be a better son, be a better brother, a better boyfriend, or whatever. And I put that on my wants list because that's not something that I need, because I honestly feel like a lot of that should come from me. But if I'm gonna be spending time around you, I need to feel inspired at some point, I feel like. Another thing is I put goal oriented, because hey man, I come from, I'm close to the bottom. I don't know where the bottom at. I might not be at the bottom, but I'm trying to work on upward mobility. So somebody that's goal oriented, focused on moving up, or just having a high quality of life, not necessarily in a pursuit of accumulation of goods or anything like that, possessions, but just somebody who wants to have a high quality of life, and whatever that means for you or for you and your significant other. But for me, I'm looking for somebody that wants that high quality of living. Also, somebody that's happy. Like you just a generally happy person. Nobody want to be with somebody that's mean or upset, or just mad at the world just for no reason. Like it's you wake up mad. It's 6:30 in the morning. It's like, why the star's still out? I'm like that kind of person. Like I don't want to be around that person. Nobody wants to be around that person. I think a lot of us call that person negative. Like just be happy. It's a big universe we live in, and whatever you're going through, for the most part, like it really ain't that big. It really don't matter. So just be happy. So looking for that. Somebody that's creative. I'm a creative. I'm not saying you gotta be, artistic or musically inclined or anything like that, but just be creative. You got a mind, and we want to see, what type of imagination that you have. What can you manipulate to make it cool, or make it more fun or exciting for yourself or for others. So I like to see that. Someone that's, this is where we got deep right here. Somebody that's not afraid to show their flaws. Like I feel like I'm not well, that's not entirely true, because I done made a whole another video and I ain't tell none of y'all that I made the video. But out in a relationship, I'm not afraid to show my flaws. Like when I'm dating somebody, or when you first dating, like don't send your representative. Don't send the person wearing the mask. I want to see you. I want to see the ugly. Like, hey, if that ain't your hair on your head, I ain't saying you can you can wear it, but I want to see you without it. What am I working with? If you done drew that face on, that ain't your natural face. Well, take that off for a minute. so I can see what I'm dealing with. All right. And I can, so I can see if I can love that or not. Because I need to know, like, I don't need you going to sleep one way and then waking up like a gremlin. I don't need to see that. If you look like a gremlin from the beginning, maybe I can deal with that. Okay. All right. Not saying I would date a gremlin. Okay. Maybe I can't deal with it. But let me make that decision of whether or not I can deal with your natural face. Maybe you don't look like a gremlin, but I do want to see what your natural face looks like. Also, I mean, hey, I want somebody I can laugh with. Whether it be silly stuff or whatever. It's just, we could be at a funeral, but if something funny, I need to be able to look at you and like, that's what hey, somebody I can laugh with, somebody I can joke with, have a good time with. So those are, I probably should put laughs with on the needs. I might need that. But I definitely want that though, okay? Now, some of our needs, some of my needs, somebody that's considerate, you think about other people, you think about what other people would like. I need that. Like, I need somebody that cares about, they think about other human beings. They're not just about themselves. Someone who's considerate. Somebody that listens. I don't know what kind of issues I got, but I definitely know that I've been in places where I just feel like, yo, these people are not listening to me. Like, I could be standing right in front of you, just pouring my heart out or giving my thoughts or opinions on whatever, and the next thing I know, wait, what you say? Or if you're talking to somebody and you can tell like they not listening, they're doing something else, like totally, they give you the yeah, wow, that's crazy, for real. It's like, yo, do you want me to stop talking? Like, if you want me to stop talking, just tell me. I'll stop talking and I'll listen to you, because obviously whatever you ready to say is important. All right. Or maybe you don't want to talk no more. I'll shut up. I ain't no problem. Shutting up. I'll shut up. Look, watch this. That was me shutting up. I just did it. I shut up. But yeah, somebody that listens and can take advice. Like I'm working on this wisdom thing. I've been a source of advice for people unbeknownst to me for reasons I don't know. But if I give you some advice, like, listen to it. At least take it into consideration. Somebody that's kind-hearted. I like to see people that's nice to people, even when people aren't nice to you, or if they're rude or disrespectful to you. Like, I like to see somebody that's kind, because it doesn't cost anything to be kind, and regardless of how much money we have or may make in the future, it doesn't cost anything to be kind. So I definitely like to be around somebody that's kind-hearted, especially children, old people, young people, your parents, my parents, friends, siblings, strangers. Just be kind. Somebody that's interesting, guys, that should probably be number 1 or 2, because like, if you're not interested, we talking about living the rest of our natural lives together, and you're not interested, we not, how we gonna do this? Like, you gotta have, like, your personality gotta pop, at least pop to me. Be interesting to me. I ain't say you gotta be, all this on social media, all this in your community. You got this going on, that going on, but you gotta be interested enough to me. You gotta be able to, carry a conversation. Yeah, be interesting. Okay, there's a lot that falls into interesting, but you gotta be interesting. Also, teammate. I feel like, I'm all right by myself. I can make some things shake on my own. So I don't know if I need a person to cheer me on. Of course, anybody who's going to turn out encouragement or support, nobody's going to turn those things on, because there is a place for that. But I think a teammate, somebody that's willing to get down and dirty with you, and if you digging ditches, hey, they right there, they dig in the ditch with you, all right? They in it with you, whatever. If y'all building the business, they building it together. If y'all promote something, y'all promoting it together. It's just, hey, we're working together. We trying to get these kids to go in the same direction, then we're working together. Whatever it is, you do it together. So I'm a ball player, so I'm used to having teammates. The cheerleaders, love the cheerleaders. Dated one in high school, but the cheerleaders over there cheering, yay, go you. But they ain't out there, setting no pics. They ain't setting no screens. I can't throw no lobs to no cheerleaders. That's they nice. That might be a want. Like I said, you definitely want somebody to support and encouraging. But I think a teammate, I would prefer to have a teammate. Next is up there. This is probably 2 or 3 on my list, but physically attractive, because I gotta look at you for the rest of our natural lives. Okay. Now there's some other things, beauty below the physical, because you could lose your physical features. A lot of stuff could happen. You could lose that. But at first, I would prefer to have the physical part, and then I'll get to know the other parts as we go on. So that's important. My counselor, she's a she. I think I told y'all this. She even asked, did I have like a preference? I do. I've never dated my preference. I don't even think I ever seen my preference in person. I may have, or I saw the sister of my preference, so I didn't see my actual preference. And my actual preference is, I don't even want to tell y'all, because I don't want no problems from nobody. So I have a preference. I never dated it before. So man, no, this is my video. I ain't scared. My preference is Asian American women, like somebody from India, China, Japan, Korea, Vietnam, Taiwan, Singapore, but the American version of those people. So like your parents or your grandparents came over and then you got Americanized, or your daddy was in the military and he went and found your mama and he brought her back. like that version of Asian American. Like your daddy was black and he was just out there having it up in Saigon. He was doing his thing, and then he brought you back, and so you got that, you got that Asiatic Afro thing going on. Like that's my preference. But I probably saw that in high school once, but I ain't never date that. But that's my preference. And it might not even be preference. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably more fantasy. God. I'm in the country, y'all. My bad. Anyway, but yeah, Asian Americans I'm gonna call it my fantasy. I ain't gonna call it my preference. I prefer a woman who has all those other things that I listed. That's what I prefer. And then most importantly, man, just for me, a relationship with your creator. I call that person Jesus. But you gotta have a relationship with that person independent of me. Cause I can't get you into heaven, okay? Ain't no buddy passes in heaven. As far as I know, it ain't no, hey, I'm here, Jesus. Can you get my girl in? Like, nah, he gonna be like, nah, her name ain't on the list. I was like, I know that, but she with me. Listen here, her name ain't on the list. I know that, God, but I'm me. Yeah, you about to be off the list too. So I don't want that. So you gotta have a relationship on your own with your own creator. Y'all get to know each other independent of me, and I'm gonna do the same. But we're gonna go up together. If that's something that you desire, also. Yeah. So that's it's a combination or a summary of pretty much what we talked about in my session today. Yeah. So if you have some ideas or some comments about my list of my wants and my needs, feel free to comment below. Also, take an opportunity to comment. So what do you think is like your top 3 things that you think are essential to a good, healthy relationship? Some like 3 things that you feel like you need in order for your relationship to work. So I love to see that. Feel free to follow me on social media. If you're not already following on YouTube, go ahead and click the subscribe page so you can be notified when I post things. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, Funny Money Ken, same as Twitter, Facebook, Kennedy Alexander Robertson. This has been fun. I'll talk to you guys real soon. Peace.